When it comes to playing Republican Spain, but there is one thing that I dread, and that is playing their prep the way Paradox actually intends you to. Oh god, no. Okay, let's begin. Which Guardia are we going to control? Well, if you know me, I'm always going to go with the Civil. Why is this? Because it gives more units, more stability. It's too good to pass up. I did try and make the Assalto work once in a speed run, but it didn't really work out. I don't even know why it gives you 5 XP, but whatever. Oh yes, the Spanish election of 36. And here is all of the decisions. Concession to the left, reassign, etc, etc, etc. And okay, I think we have to max out concessions to the left. It looks like the Nationalists are going to get control of our Admiral, which is absolutely fine by me. But in a worst case scenario where it's someone we want, we can actually re-roll it by hiring a spy. I don't know why, I'm sure some of you do, but Hoi4 works in, say it with me, mysterious ways. Well, I never. Oh yeah, speaking of spies, I am going to be upgrading my intelligence agency before this starts. I do think it's kind of weird on the whole that Spain doesn't have any unique operations, considering they came with the DLC that added them. And yes, we are going to lose control of Seville and some other states, but that is the point. And another concession to the left, very good, and they are doing a Prima de Rivera speech. That's also useful. Once they've done that, we can actually arrest Prima de Rivera and get some extra PP. But unfortunately, that is one of the annoying things with this prep. It is pure RNG. The other nationalists can do whatever they want. Back in 2021, I used to save scum the hell out of this because it was so annoying trying to get it right. If you go back and watch some of those older videos, you can fairly easily figure it out because the units are always in the same place. We always do the exact same things. And sometimes I just skip the prep entirely because I didn't want to go through it. I am not the biggest fan of it, as you can imagine. Oh well, come on, let's keep going, let's keep going. They're going for Cordoba, that is wonderful. 40 command power, let's promote, where is he? There you go, Royo. The best field marshal we're gonna get. So, you got the job. You got the job. And we can now hire a spy. There you go, there you go. Guardia Civil done, let's train the Union Youth. This is another okay focus, it gives us some extra units. At one point it was actually something I included in the speedrun because of extra units, but I learned in the end that the extra PP was more useful than the 5 extra units were, so yes you could do it, but it's just not worth it. Maybe you could do it though. Well good. You've been dismissed, that gives us an extra bit of PP, so we can actually go for this expanding decision in Cordoba. Good. This is only because we're about to arrest Prima de Rivera, by the way. He takes away 15 PP. There he goes. And yes, they're doing STS, Suppress the Strikes. As you can see, National Strikes is giving us 40% extra PP. So yeah, unsurprisingly, the Nationalists are going for this. And here's a fun fact for you. These other Nationalists are technically not an AI, they're just following a script. And I only bring this up because I've argued with the Hoi4 devs about this before. They really don't like it if you call this an AI, even though nothing in Hoi4 is technically an AI. But if you call this an AI, they really don't like it. And yeah, for any of you who have watched my, Nationalist Spain runs, you would know that these guys have a wonderful tendency to cheat. And I'm fairly certain they do here as well, but it's just not as noticeable because Hoi4. Okay, we're going to get 25 PP from this, so we can contest that again. Why are we doing this? It's to waste the AI's time. If the AI wastes its time, it does stupid stuff. They like to do that. Right, again, we're going to get 25, so that's fine by me. We can do that. Research at this point doesn't really matter, because I'm doing it normally, so 3, 2, 1. Wait a few days so I can do STS, and there we go. And that's really good. The Nationalists are going to be doing a political assassination. You want as many of these decisions as you can, because they unlock political arrest, which give you 25 extra PP. I have restarted so many games trying to get them to do these decisions constantly, so thank goodness they're doing them now. And since political arrest is such a cheap decision, we can just focus on getting our states back. Although I do feel like I should go for Mercia just in case. Okay, now time for the focuses that give us PP. Enlarge the weapon caches. I mean, 30% extra equipment is good, I suppose, but it's 30%, like, whatever. The PP part, though, wonderful. Whatever, they're going back for Mercia. Give it a day. And there we go, PA. STS, though, hooray. But now here's something interesting. It is July 22nd. If you ignore the prep and don't try to delay anything, this is when the Civil War starts. So, yeah, kind of slow, eh? Kinda slow. And considering we still have a few focuses to go, yeah. Should I go for... Yes, I will. Ooh, the Nationalists aren't doing any decisions. Maybe they ran out of PP. And it is now August 1st. This is important, because the best speed run I ever got of this was August 1st. I would love to show you the footage of this, but I'm fairly certain I don't have any. I think I might have a screenshot of this. If not, you'll just have to trust me, bro. The point is this is why I don't like the prep. Ignoring it is so much faster. If you ignore it, you can start and finish before this even begins. But I want to make something absolutely clear. I don't dislike how the prep works. I do understand it, and I do know why Paradox did it like they did. But from the perspective of someone who loves to speedrun, yeah, I think you can understand. This is slow. Whatever, we'll keep going. We will keep going. And I was right. They've largely run out of PP, but they are trying to max out Mercia. Just need to wait a day again. There we go, they're doing suppress the strikes. Shocking, I know. Right, the plan is to have at least one tick in Extremadura, but I think we can afford to lose Seville. So the more victory points the Nationalists have, the easier it is to capitulate them. And there we go, weapon caches, thank you. Let's distribute arms to the people. More units, lovely. Right, the thing I also want to do is get full control of Western Aragon. So let's get a tick there. Unfortunately for states around here, we have to get all 3 ticks, because they have done secure the northern garrisons. Looks like we're just stuck in a battle of STS. My favourite. I never liked it when this was all we did. All STS and no PAs, no Prima de Rivera speeches. That sucked. But hey, I'm not speedrunning today, so it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, distribute arms and disband the army. 70 days to go. So that's like 1, 14, 28, 42, 56. 4 decisions left. That is it. We have 4 clicks to get. So in theory, I can get full control of Western Aragon in time. Now I don't have enough PP to do the final decision, but I don't think it makes a damn difference anyway. Nice try, but I will get... Oh no. Looks like we're going to lose control of Extremadura. Right, the SCW. And we have at least 67 divisions. Hooray. And so who are we... Oh, they didn't get the tick. Nice. So who are we going to play with? The Republicans, Communists, or Anarchists? Normally I go for the Communists, so should we? Communists. Thank you, Soviets, and let's see what we got. 67. Perfect. When I first played Spain, the guides at the time said you should give this guy Ambusher, but nowadays, nah. The best thing you can do is to use these units to pin and just keep moving. And that's the most important thing about the Spanish Civil War. Always keep moving. Especially at this point where the lines are not solidified yet. That is so important. We just have to take things while we can. So give me 8 of you there, something like this, and go on the front line to Cadix. We should be able to take it, but you never know. Enrique. break off, and you guys are going to go convoy raiding. Have fun. And 51 other units. Perfect. These ones will go onto the front line. I may not be speed running today, but I'm still going to take the lessons from that. So you move forward. You two forward. I call these two units the twins. Keep moving forward. There's gaps, we got to take them. Yes, there are some units behind us, but it doesn't matter. We might be able to encircle Pamplona if we're clever, so we'll try and do that. You take that gap there. Gap, 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 gap. You'll learn this a lot. There's gaps to take, you will take them. Right, everyone is on aggressive. Spies, go over there. And begin to break their cipher if we can. It's always a good backup plan, just in case we get stuck. Let's take the speed down a little, and go. It's go time, guys. They have no more than 77, really? Okay, we'll take advantage of that. I should have sent some of the units into Seville and Cadiz, but whatever. Whatever. There is a unit there, we'll pin it, I suppose. And as you can see, there is a unit in Cadiz, but I do believe it's leaving. You might be able to encircle Salamanca, that's good. There is a unit there, but I reckon it's leaving, so we'll let it go. And as you can see, we're about to encircle Pamplona. That's why pins are so useful. Although pins, like this one, are very annoying. Encircle and push up to Leon, keep going to Coruña. You go to Burgos, you spread out. Looks like they've caught a convoy, very good, take it. I believe this is actually some unit that the Nationalists are trying to put into Cadiz. So if we take Cadiz, these units don't land. Their capital is now Seville, and they've left it. But oh no, we did not take that in time. Okay, new change of plan. We must move those units in there. And Valerie is available. You will take it. In a way, it is kind of useful to let them land, I suppose. We could do port strats if we wanted to. There we go. Valerie, the front lines have solidified. That is inconvenient, but can I get Seville? Hooray! Where's their capital? Oh, no, their capital is Coruña. If any of you don't know, Coruña used to be my absolute arch nemesis in this game, because taking it would be so damn annoying. The AI would always do something. Come on, thank you. But this now means, oh no, we lost Valerie. That means the volunteers are going to spawn there. Right, I think we will encircle Cadiz and do an offensive there. Yeah, unplanned offensive can be very annoying, but as you can see, I took so much land in just the first 7 days. If you move quickly, largely it's okay. Right, those units have been encircled, which is good. We should also go for Vigo because it's worth 3. That's why Valerie was also very useful. It's worth 3 as well, but we'll work on it. Cadiz is important because it's also worth 3. But oh dear, the volunteers are here. That's why taking tiles is so important. These guys are going to be an absolute pain. And of course, this being an unplanned offensive zone means that the Nationalists are going to have a wonderful time. In my ideal world, I could maybe try and trick the AI out of Salamanca. So we'll give it a try. And I guess we could try and make them leave Valerie. If you can trick the AI out of a tile, it does make your life easier. Right, let's take the speed up. So far going okay. I think I might need to send in another unit to deal with that. Good, we got these guys. Go over there, I suppose. Go over there. Focus at this point, militias. But luckily, Cadiz fell. Hooray. And now we can just go for patrol. Because if we can get our naval invasions to go, that would be great. Another gap, but because of that single unit that I can't delete, there is nothing I can do. There we go, first offensive. Obviously next one is going to be Valerie. No reason not to in the circumstances. Worker militias, international brigades. In this scenario, it's basically unlimited manpower for a while, so yeah, may as well go for it, eh? May as well go for it. Oh no, Portugal just sent some volunteers, which is just going to make our life a hell of a lot harder. But thank you for that. Ministerial positions. And hey, we finally get another Field Marshal. Fun fact, this guy's portrait used to be broken for years because Paradox is lazy. Force that attack, force them out. Thank you. And I was right, we needed Salamanca anyway, so it literally made no difference. But if we can go for some tiles, we might be able to capitulate them. Tiles, I believe, are worth like half a VP, so some of these tiles might be enough. Called it. Nice. Not the best performance, but whatever. Like I said though, remember the speedrun. The speedrun can finish in August. It is now June 1937. Yeah, not the greatest, not the greatest. Right, which way to go? Stalinist or Hinder NKVD? Stalinist. It gives us the DRR guy, and I like DRR. Now here's something funny. The anarchists are on their way, and pay attention to Enrique Lister. Oops, there goes Enrique Lister. If you know anything about history, this makes no sense. Do any of you know the person who actually suppressed the Regional Defense Council? Well, no spoilers, it was Enrique Lister. The person who in our timeline destroyed them, joined them. And Paradox has done nothing about it. Whatever, let's deal with them. One of the best things you can do in this scenario is to grind out your generals. It's actually very powerful, but I just want to get rid of them as soon as possible. So where did they choose an offensive? Up there. Very well, I think we will go for... no idea. Valencia, why not? Come on, let's encircle Guadalajara. Nice. There we go, little breakout. Let's go to Barcelona and Granora. Look at that. Valencia is pretty much already cleaned up. Lovely. Barcelona is empty. It's worth 30, so yeah, that's good. Although annoyingly, still a little bit to go. Death before surrender is one of my... what's the safest way to describe this? Least favourite national spirits. Let's say this much. I could have gotten a 7-day SCW if this national spirit never existed. But again, it does make sense. It does have to be there to be more historically accurate, so... does it matter? Not really. Not really. There we go. Is that enough? No! I should have not let them into Zaragoza. This seems to be a trend for today, that I do that. Okay, one more offensive for the road. And just watch as they melt away. Bye. In we go. And it's over. Stalinist victory. Even though this guy is still here. And government control solidified. What do you know? The man, the myth, the legend, Diaz. And yet we've lost quite a few of our cores. But that's fine, that's fine. Once we've done, where is it? Red Bulwark in the west, we can re-core them. And to be honest, you get so many industry focuses, Soviet recovery aid, nationalized industry, that it's not as bad as people think it is. And yeah, that's the thing on Spain. I think people should play them more. They're actually really fun. There's a lot of things you can do with them. There's 7 direct paths, they're very replayable. You can either do the prep as Paradox intends it to, or you can ignore it. It's so replayable. I do implore you to give them a chance. Even despite everything I've said in this video, there's enough to enjoy if you know where to look. But even then, most of the things I don't like, most people don't have any problems with. So, is it really a problem? Probably not. So, until next time everybody, I thank you for watching, I do hope you've enjoyed it, and until we meet again, from me, Bubbles Zest. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Goodbye. And that's why you don't send volunteers, Portugal.